Hi guys, I'm Sean Calloway and I'm the new product development manager here at Anzo USA, and today we're going to be installing some lights on our F-150. Let's take a closer look and check out what we got going on. Okay, so taking a closer look at these, we've got our crystal clear lens along with our perimeter lighting. This one, on this particular model, it just lights up white. We have our low beam and our high beam, as well as our amber turn signal here in the center. And then we have our reflector right over here. Taking a look at the back side, we've got up here at the top, we've got our beam adjuster, mounting tabs. We've got our access for our low beam and our high beam. Right here in the center, we have our running light. This one activates the perimeter lighting. And then right here, we have our turn signal connector and our high-low beam connector right here, as well as body locator pins and other mounting tabs. This light's really straightforward and easy to install. So let's go ahead and get it on the vehicle and see what it looks like. Okay, so we're gonna start by popping the hood and uninstalling the lights, the grille and the trim on the front of this vehicle so we can put our new lights on. So once you have the hood popped open, we're gonna have to remove the core support cover. And there's a bunch of push tabs on here that you can use a flat blade screwdriver, a fork tool, or a small pry bar, which has a flat end on it too. And all you're gonna do is just slide into the open area and pop them up so you can remove them. Just like this. And they'll pop right out just like that. Okay, so now that we've removed all of the pull tabs from the core support cover, all you're gonna do is lift up and slide it right out and then set this off to the side. So next we're gonna take out the bolts from the grille, and we have 4 bolts along the top up here. They're 10 millimeter. And then we'll also have to undo the fan connector, which is just pushing in on the tab and pulling out just like that. That's the easy part. And then we'll just go ahead and remove the 4 10 millimeter bolts. Just like that. Okay, so we've got the 4 bolts across the top out, and before we can remove the grille, we need to remove this bottom trim that runs along the bottom of the headlight and the bottom of the grille. For that, we're gonna need a 7 millimeter socket, and we're gonna have to remove 2 bolts from either side right here on in the inside of the fender. So we've got the 2 bolts from either side pulled out of the bottom trim, and all we're gonna do is take and grab this and pop it out, just like that. Now, you wanna be very careful because the little clips like this will pop out, so you don't wanna lose these because this is what holds your fender trim in. So you just grab this and walk it around. It'll pop out all the way. Pull it away from the vehicle and set this off to the side. Now that we've got the trim off, we can remove the grille. The last step for that is to remove these 2 8 millimeter bolts right here, 1 on either side. This one and this one. Now that those are removed, we can pull the harness up right here and pop that off of the grille. And then all I like to do is grab right here underneath the crossbar and right in here and pop these up like this, and it'll start to pop out. So you have 2 pins up here, you want to pop those out, and then you just grab it right back down here again, kind of wiggle it back and forth, and it'll come off. And now we can set this off to the side and remove the headlights. So now that we've got the grille and the trim off, we can take out the headlights so we can install our new headlights. Real easy. We've got 2 bolts up here. They're both 10 millimeter. We have a 10 millimeter bolt here and here, and an 8 millimeter bolt right here on the inside. So we'll remove all 5 of those bolts, and then we'll be able to remove the headlight. last thing that we'll need to do to remove the headlight is get our pry bar back out, or flathead screwdriver. And there's one little tab that you just got to pull up right here. That's another one of those little trees. Set that off to the side. Now the headlight can come out. All you do is take your hand and right here in this vent, just push down and wiggle the headlight out. Now we'll just unplug it. And remove the headlight from the car. Okay, let's get these installed and see what they look like on the vehicle. So all we're going to do is just plug in the connectors. Get this lined up in the slot. So what you want to do is just push down on the vent. That way you can line up the body pin. Get these lined back up. Push those in. And then we'll throw the bolts in. Okay, so now we've got everything reinstalled on the vehicle, and the last thing we'll need to do is adjust our headlights. So with the Phillips screwdriver, the beam adjuster is right here at the top. So you can spin it left or right, and that will move the beam either up or down depending on how you need it leveled out. So what you want to do is you want to park your vehicle 20 to 25 feet away from a wall on a level surface. And you want to adjust your beams, the cutoff in the beam, there'll be a little step, and those should be 2.5 to 3 feet up on the wall at 25 feet. Now the other way you can do it is before you uninstall these, or uninstall your OEs, what you can do is mark out your hot spots on your beams on your garage wall. And when you reinstall these, just adjust them to where the top of the cutoff is in the center of that hot spot, and you should be dead on to what you were before. So let's check out the functions and see what they look like.